Hey everybody, Grayson here from PokeProfit. It's Wednesday. We're going to talk a little bit about the Sword and Shield era booster boxes. We'll touch on celebrations as well. And honestly, pretty disappointing week in my eyes for the Sword and Shield boxes. I really thought these were going to be moving better than they were this week. So we'll start off with Sword and Shield base. And I would say most boxes were actually up in terms of TCG player price over the past 7 days. The vast majority of the boxes that did move up, it was less than 1%. I think the only outlier to that was Battle Styles, up around 7%, currently around $260. So basically where it was prior to the Pokemon Day sale, definitely not at an all-time high yet. And we'll get a little bit deeper into Battle Styles. Some of you guys will love that in today's video. Sword and Shield base, I think there was one buy it now sale this week, and I want to say it was like $550 or something. TCG player, $668.86, pushing towards $700. I don't know, like what we're seeing on eBay just doesn't reflect this market price. And again, it's something where the box does not sell that often on the secondary market. So it's difficult to tell where market price genuinely is on this box. You can see here the most recent sale on TCG Player on the 3rd, $699. Before that, $680. Before that, $800. So TCG Player, I would say, is a lot higher on this box currently compared to what you can get on eBay. And I understand there's a couple listings, bent boxes, damaged boxes, whatever, but even the mint boxes I think are probably closer to like $600, $625 right now for this set. Rebel Clash, $498. This actually hasn't moved since last week in terms of TCG player price. It makes sense. The box doesn't sell super often. I do think there were a couple sales. So you can see here, actually today, 3 boxes moved at $505. Before that, on the 3rd, we had a box at $505. And before that, one box at $550 on the 28th. On eBay, on that side of things, I want to say there were 3 sales this week. So what would that be, like 0.43, I think is what it rounds to if we go to the nearest 10th. So the box doesn't sell super often. There really isn't too much to say here, but it is slowly moving up in price. So if you own Rebel, I guess that's kind of like a silver lining. Darkness Ablaze, I think this was down 10 cents or 20 cents or something over the past week. Doing its thing, not a ton of boxes moving on eBay. Really not too much to say here. Decent amount of supply out there. Vivid, continuing to push all-time highs, $282.23. Actually, I kind of want to correct myself here. Someone did say near release back during COVID, Vivid was close to like $300. So maybe not an all-time high, but outside of the COVID insanity around release, an all-time high. There we go. Corrected version. The sales volume on Vivid, definitely a lot lower this week compared to last week. I think last week we were getting close to 4 boxes per day. This week, I want to say it was below 2 or maybe slightly above 2. So still moving at a decent pace for what it is, but definitely not the driving force behind the Sword and Shield era at this point. Now, before we get into the alt art sets, which is what most people are here for, if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video. It helps out a ton getting these videos pushed out to more people. A bunch of useful links in the description as always. Market spreadsheet if you want to see all the numbers. Mentorship program, consultation calls if you want to work with me in my network this year. And then affiliate links if you guys are shopping eBay, TCG Player, Hobbiesville. Free and easy to use. All you have to do is click on the link before making your purchase. I'll get a small percentage of the sale at no extra cost to you. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. I even have a discount code for Hobbiesville. You can use code POKEPROFIT if you want 5% off your first order. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Talking about battle styles, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper into battle styles today because I know some of you guys love it. I know it's a meme kind of on the channel, but at the same time, box is almost $260. Should this be a $300 box? Maybe. I don't know. It's not the best set in the world. It's not the worst set. When we look at the cards, Sleepy Tyranitar V up top, $195. That's actually almost at a 12-month low. I was kind of shocked when I saw this today. You can see here in September, almost a $300 card. And the low was back in middle of July, let's call it, at $175, $180 USD. So around 190, 195 right now. Not a terrible pickup if you're looking for this card, I would say. Could it go lower? Absolutely. Could it go higher? Who knows, right? But just based on the past 12 months of data, it's fairly cheap relative to where it was a couple months ago. So there you go with the T-Tar. Outside of that, Urshifu, Empoleon, like these are not popular Pokemon, let's be honest. They're pretty cool artworks though, especially the Urshifus, I really do like, but the Pokemon in general, just not super popular. These are never going to be super expensive cards. Mimikyu full art, a Victini full art, like you have some decent Pokemon in here, but again, nothing that's ever going to be super expensive. It's very difficult to see this being a good investment at this point, if I'm being honest. All memes aside, guys, right? If you own Battle Styles, I'm happy for you, especially if you bought at $80. You've done well, but when I think about all the opportunities in Pokemon, One Piece, Magic, other games, would I really want to put money into Battle Styles? For me, the answer is no. If you disagree, all the power to you. Now, moving on, Chilling Reign, another disappointment this week, I'd say. This box is currently around $495. A lot of listings around like $535 on eBay, $550. Not a ton of cheaper sales. This was another box that got hit with a Pokemon Day sale. That's why market price is a little bit lower. I'll say with Chilling Reign, I think we're at the point now where it's clear this is not an A-tier set from the Sword and Shield era. I'm confident saying that. S tier would be your Evolving Skies. Tier below that, we have Lost Origin, Fusion, and honestly, at this point, you could probably even throw in Brilliant Stars, I would say. And then below that, then you probably have your Chilling, your Silver. I don't even know if I would include Astral in that category as well. So the market, for whatever reason, just not a huge fan of Chilling, but I really like the cards. The value is there in the top 10. It's over $1,000, which for a booster box set, that especially one that doesn't have IRs, that's very respectable, right? So pretty solid, but again, probably not going to be the best investment moving forward, I would wager. And honestly, I'm kind of shocked because I expected the Sword and Shield era to probably start moving this week. With everything going on, SV era, seems like there's a lot of hype again. And I think the time will come where we just see these boxes double overnight. I mean, when you look at the Sun and Moon era, most of those boxes, $1,500 to $2,000, getting fairly expensive. Your top tier sets, your Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, those are pushing 22 to 2,500. Cosmics 35, 3,600, and then team ups obviously like 9,000, 9,100. That's currently where it's trading again. So very, very expensive boxes. Whereas Sword and Shield era, Evolving 2.5K, Fusion basically right at 1,000. Everything else is still relatively cheap. So I think the time will come for Sword and Shield, but we might be waiting a little bit longer than expected. Now, Evolving Skies, this is probably one of the bright spots for the Sword and Shield era. About 3 boxes moving per day still. Buy it now, which considering the price, that's amazing. That is very strong for a set like Evolving. I think it's like 10 or 11 days of inventory remaining, so it's still in a range where we could see a move, but the rest of the era just isn't really in a position to move right now, so I'm not super bullish. It's great to see, though, that Evolving's still keeping up with a lot of the SV era stuff, and that was kind of my prediction for this year. I think Evolving, Fusion, they could potentially keep up with the younger generation, but everything else Sword and Shield era I think is going to start to fall off, and we'll revisit this topic end of the year because I've talked about this multiple times. We'll do a follow-up video to the data and just see what's going on, but that's what's happening with Evolving. Decent sales volume, good to see. Decent amount of dollars still being pumped into this set. So if you own ancillary products like ETBs, 3-pack blisters, check lanes, sleeve blisters, whatever it is, probably worth still holding on to for your Evolving Skies. Fusion Strike, this was a box that's taken a step back from last week. It's currently $999 on TCG Player. Most listings, $980 to, let's call it $1,100 right now on eBay, selling in that range. I want to say it was somewhere between 1 and 2 boxes per day. So it was a lot lower than what we have seen on Fusion. Same thing with Brilliant. There was actually less supply for Brilliant, below a 20% leg up, but the sales volume was basically cut in half from last week. And the interesting thing too, Brilliant Stars is basically a $600 box at this point. Like, it's continuing to just edge higher week over week, month over month, whereas a lot of these other boxes like Chilling, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, Battle Styles, they've given back some of the gains off of all-time highs, but Brilliant, for whatever reason, just continues to push higher week over week, month over month. So as someone who owns a lot of Brilliant, that's definitely promising. I mean, I'm not complaining, but to me at the same time, it is surprising that this is the set that's probably being the most consistent. And granted, that doesn't mean it's going to be the most expensive box or should be the most expensive box, but it is just consistently selling on eBay, consistently selling on TCG Player, edging higher. It's a good thing to see if you own the box. Now, a couple more sets here. Astral Radiance, not really that great sales volume. Kind of like always at this point, it feels like every time I discuss this product, it's less than one box. Buy it now, selling per day on eBay, which is very bad. Lost Origin, very inconsistent again this week. Sales volume was slashed. It was still fairly high, but not where it was last week, if I remember correctly. And then also, I believe there were more boxes on the market, like a decent amount more. And, you know, for some of these sets like Lost Origin Fusion, Hobbiesville was starting to play a role in it. Also, Game Deal Daily, we've talked about that before. Some of these larger sellers that still have a couple cases, they're putting their cases back on eBay. So that is something to note. And then Silver Tempest sales volume was cut since last week. And then also, I think there was a little bit more supply out there as well. So this box, 470 range, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, unless, of course, everybody just starts deciding to buy out all of the Fusion Strike and Evolving. And then at that point, I think you'd see the, let's call them A tier and B tier sets, right, of the Sword and Shield era start to move. Now, celebrations, I did want to point this out before we close out the video. Mini buyout, I'd say over the past 24 hours on TCG Player, we went from around $307 up to around $321. And you can see here, 34 items sold on March 10th. So yesterday, I'm recording this on the 11th. And the most recent sales were actually up to $350, $360 on Celebration. So will this last? Probably. My guess would be, honestly, at this point, kind of seems like these boxes, once they take that new step up, they really aren't giving back too much. And I'll say too, looking at the supply on eBay for Celebrations, it's coming down month over month. We were at a point where I want to say there was like 400 boxes below a 20% leg up. Now I think there's somewhere between like 150 to 200. And that's including Hobbiesville supply, which was almost infinite, right? It was crazy how many boxes they had. So Celebrations, it is starting to dry up heading into the 30th anniversary set coming out later this year. Not really that surprising, but mini buyout there. A couple cards too. Mew EX, so Bubble Mew from Paldean Fades. This is up 38, 39% over the past 28 days. I did want to just throw this in the video because we haven't paid attention to this too much as of late. Recent sales too are actually getting close to $700. So like 680 to, let's call it 695 range. The Mew EX from the 151 UPCs, Alex was actually talking about this when we did a live stream a couple weeks ago. He had bought some of these probably a couple months back at this point, and these are starting to pay off, right? So $78 now, up 35% over the past month. 3-month chart, we're up almost 53%. So that card is taking off again. I'll give you the 1-year chart too for context. Basically an all-time high at this point, maybe even surpassing where it was at back in September, October of last year. The Charizard V-Star from the Sword and Shield UPC, another UPC promo taking off. This one's up 16, 17% over the past month, back up to around $67. But early March, this was $50, $53. So 20% plus since that point. And recent sales, yeah, pushing $70, like fairly consistently over the past couple days. Not an all-time high yet, but fairly close. Only a few dollars off there. And then the Mega Charizard XEX, this is the other UPC promo, the newer one. This is now up to $40. This was a $30 card a month ago. So we're starting to see some gains here. But maybe over the past couple days, we're actually starting to see a mini sell-off of this card. So we'll see ultimately where it ends up. Most recent sale, however, back over $40. Before that, $37. It's kind of all over the place right now, but definitely a lot higher than it was at the start of March. That's really all I want to get to in this video. I think the big takeaway, Sword and Shield era, not doing what I expected it to do. So I think we're going to see a slowdown probably across the board at this point. And maybe that's extrapolating out too much just from this sales data. But if the SV era made that massive move and then we're not seeing that momentum carry over into the Sword and Shield era, into the Sun and Moon era, To me, that's telling, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.